Hello everybody. Hey, I want to talk right now about hill style longbows, Howard Hill style longbows. You probably didn't hear that shot. That's one thing I love about them. They are super quiet. But a guy had asked me on one of my videos, and to tell why I like the hill style longbow, why I talked about it all the time. Another guy asked me what a hill style longbow is. I had a video where I killed a doe in the swamp, water everywhere, and the title of it was Hill Style Doe. And he said, "You weren't hunting on the hill. Why'd you name it that?" Well, these bows were made famous, as far as I know. I'm no expert, but they were made famous by Howard Hill. He was one of the early archers that got bow hunting out there, and actually made some movies. And they wasn't hunting videos; they were movies, like you take the kids downtown to see. But he was one of the first people to make a living shooting a bow. And he was an extremely good shot. If you can pull up some YouTube stuff, he's an incredible shot. But these are the bows he used. And he actually built bows. He was a bowyer. He built his own bows, and there's a company bearing his name now. I don't know how long they've been in business, but it was his to begin with. And they built a fine Howard Hill style longbow. Actually has his name on it right here when you buy one. I've had several of them, good bows. But anyway, what I like about these bows is simply the simplicity of it. And it just draws me, the nostalgia of it draws me. From when I was a kid, I began to really love archery from reading a book, Robin Hood. And this is no English longbow by any means, but man, it looks pretty doggone close, don't it? It's a no-frills bow, and they shoot good. I can picture Robin Hood walking around right here around my house in the swamp here, toting one of these, killing the king's deer, and that's what we plan on doing here in a couple months. But in short, I'll be quick about it. These are hill style longbows, or straight in bows. Here's one I have. This bow's made by Donnie Wilkerson. I just got this bow. I got it unstrung out here to look at. Donnie's building a fine bow. But you see, the limbs are straight. There's no curve. It's not built for any speed aspects, nothing like that. It's got a narrow limb that goes down to a small limb tip. The handles, it's a big full grip. This is called it's a big full grip right there. It's what it is. They're fine bows. This one happens to be an alligator grip, but they're fine bows. And it's called a straight grip. That particular grip there is called a straight grip. But anyway, it's hard to tear one of them up. They're not you're not going to shoot one of these after shooting your recurve, and they're not going to shoot the same. This is a whole nother animal right here. This is the kind of bow you commit to. But once it's a change. There's a learning curve to it. But once you get past all that, they are a joy to shoot. I so enjoy hunting with these. I actually build a few self bows, and I've taken some animals with self bows the last few years. Building a bow with my hands is really something special. But I enjoy shooting these more than that. The accomplishment of taking an animal with a bow you made, that's pretty cool. But I so enjoy shooting these, and I've actually built one. I built this one, this straight-in bow here, and I've killed, if I had to say, I'd say 50 animals with it, and I could miss by 5 either way. But it's wet. It's 97 degrees here in South Georgia. But anyway, they're fine bows. But like I said, I wouldn't recommend this to a brand new guy coming and he said, "I want to learn to hunt with a traditional bow." This is not what I'd put in his hand. But this is, in my opinion, more of an intermediate type bow, one that you shoot because you want to. You want the challenge of it. And like I said, it's not like you get it and you can't hit the side of it. It shoots good. I just shot that shot there, and that's a dead deer all day. The bow is quiet. It shoots where you're looking. Once you master this thing, you have to, what's the word? Commit. You have to commit to this type bow. And I don't think anybody ever masters any bow, but you'll get where you're pretty doggone good, because you'll never reach the potential that the bow has. The bow has great potential, but you'll get your form down and you'll be able to shoot it. But this is a Howard Hill style bow. Some people call them ASLs. I call them Hill style because Howard Hill made them famous. And this is a particular one. Is my Northern Miss. It's a red one. I know y'all, if y'all watched any of my videos, Y'all may have actually seen this one laying across dead animals, because that's what it's made for, is for hunting. Steve Teray builds a fine bow. A Northern Miss Classic is what this is. And I really like it. And up to this point, it and a Nate Steen Sunset Hill are the top 2 ASL bows I've ever shot. And I really, if any of you guys out there got a Nate Steen Sunset Hill y'all wanting to get rid of, you need to give me a call. But anyway, I really like these bows. And I have this bow Donnie's making. I actually have the very first one he's built to sell. And for a first bow to sell, man, this joker's pretty nice. And Donnie has built his bows. He's did a lot of research on his. He didn't do like I did when I built this bow. I just scrapped some stuff together and glued it all up. And this bow is a shooter. It just came out good. But Donnie put some research in it. And when I got the bow, it was I set it up like my normal ASLs, and it didn't shoot good for me. And then Donnie put some changes in there that once I figured that out and tuned it like you should do any bow that you get brand new. And I tuned this joker up. It's hard to put down. This bow shoots, and it'll be it's going to be quite the wrestling match between these two on what gets the most hunting time this year. So I think I got the first. I know I got the first one of these he sold, and I'm really trying my best to be the first one to kill something with one of them too. If nobody gets me by the August 15th, I might have a chance because I can pig hunt then. But this one's straight. It may have a shade of string follow. It actually looks like it may have a shade of string follow, and which don't matter to me. But if it does, it's very, very little. But my Northern Mist, it has a little bit of reflex in it. And the bow that I built, it has string follow. Probably, I don't know, maybe 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch string follow, which makes it really a sweet shooting, quiet bow. Got a little thump to it, and like I said, I've taken quite a few animals. If you watch my video where I killed the 2 hogs and a deer, I killed them with this bow. And I killed one behind my house over corn. I had a private land right there behind my house. Some hogs came in there and I baited some up and killed one of them. But I killed the other ones out of a tree stand hunting deer actually on a swamp chestnut oak. And I've killed a truckload of them walking with this bow, which is my favorite way to pig hunt. But, and this I just love it. I've had, like I said, I've shot a Sunset Hill. I never owned one. And I pretty much emptied my wallet right there with the guy that had it, and he wouldn't even think about selling it. And this bow here is a really good bow. You can't go wrong if you buy a Northern Mist. The Howard Hill archery bows, you can't go wrong with one of those. Those are really good bows. Craig's been building bows for a long time. He has several different models, and from my experience, I want to go towards anything with bamboo, red M, or cedar or juniper in it. I don't like the heavier woods in a Howard Hill style bow, like the Osage and heavier woods. I don't like that. I believe it gives hand shock. I'm no scientist and I don't have no gadget that measures that. I'm just going by what I feel. But bamboo's hard to beat. I like bamboo. I hear some people actually putting some carbon in them, but I don't know how that plays out. But good old-fashioned maple and red M is hard to beat as well. I had one that I made out of maple. I gave it to a guy, but it was a really sweet shooting bow. But there's, as I was saying, there's a lot of good ones on the market these days. I've shot mostly the older stuff, and I'm about done buying bows. I got more than I can shoot right now. But I really have been looking at one of those Yukon sticks by St. Patrick's Lake. Does that sound right? Anyway, I look at his bows. He builds some fine bows. I've been wanting to get my hands on one of those. And there's several guys out there building some bows now. That Jim Belcher, they build that Union Jack. That's a fine bow. I almost pulled the trigger on an all U bow the other day from him. It had glass on it. But it was quite a bit of money, and when I mentioned it to Miss Tammy, my eyes quenched up. I've been married 38 years. I already knew what kind of problems that would cause. so we're going to shoot this red one and that one from Donnie right now. All right, there you go. The guy wanted to know what I thought about Howard Hill style bows and why I shoot them. I shoot them because I love to shoot them. They're the most enjoyable bow to shoot I've ever shot. They're not the fastest, probably not the most forgiving. They are the quietest. And I just love to shoot them. They're pointable. I've killed a turkey and some hogs on my knees, squatted over, with the bow horizontal to the ground and my elbow in the dirt and grass, like that. I mean, they're versatile to hunt with. Killing machines. I shoot these two bows. The one I got from Donnie and this one are both about 47 pounds at my draw length. I have a short draw about 25 inches. And the homemade one right over there is probably about 42 pounds. And like I said, I've killed a whole bunch of stuff with that homemade bow. But they shoot a heavy arrow. That's what I was saying. I'm shooting about a 600 grain arrow out of both of these bows, and I was shooting a 560 grain arrow out of the other one over there. And if you want to see how it works, watch that video, and you'll find out. I thought that I thought my draw length was more. I thought I was shooting like 55 pounds out of that bow, and would have thought that out of these until I actually measured my draw like you're supposed to, and it kind of humbled me to realize that I'm only shooting. All the critters I've taken in my whole life bow hunting, unless I've shrunk during that time, have been with bows probably 8 pounds less than what I thought they were. I thought I was shooting a 55 pound bow. It's really shooting a 47. If I thought I was shooting a 50, I was shooting about a 43. So there you have it. It don't take a lot of weight to take animals if you got a perfectly tuned bow. And you can, I bear shafted Donnie's bow, I think it was the day before yesterday. And at 15 yards, I had it shooting just I had a white knock on it, and you could just see a spot going through there. And I was hitting it, you know, just like I would be with feathers. So these bows, these are fine bows. If you really like hunting with a longbow, and I believe a slower bow is more forgiving to shoot. These bows aren't made for speed. This bow's probably shooting 140 feet per second for me. But I ain't shot nothing yet that I didn't get by the feet. and they go in the freezer. So that's it. Thank y'all for watching. We're talking about Howard Hill style longbows, assortment of different brands. And the only way you'll know is if you buy one. Unless you're lucky like me, I was able to borrow one for a couple months before I did, and really want that bow, but can't get it. So thank y'all for watching. Keep the good Lord first, and we're getting closer to deer season and pig hunting time every day. It's like smoking hot right now. I'm going to get in the pool. See y'all.